Now let's talk about the future of the New York Jets. Still a lot of questions about the rest of Gangrene season now that we know that Aaron Rodgers won't be back this year. Today, Coach Robert Saleh talked about the team's new normal without the future Hall of Famer. News 4's John Chandler live at the Jets training facility in Florham Park. Hey, John.
And we just got out of that Jets locker room. Shell-shocked would be one way to describe it still. 2 days after losing Aaron Rodgers, they are faced with preparing for two daunting tasks here. One, the Dallas Cowboys in a game against a team that just put up 40 points on the New York Giants. And two, preparing for a season without Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Touchdown! It's a Jet touchdown!
The Jets won their first game, but as they prepare for Dallas, that fourth play of the season still has them feeling lost.
It sounds cliche, but it's next man up. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you've lost a player. At the end of the day, Sunday's coming.
This one player is also one of the biggest names in football, and so many around the NFL do care how the Jets lost the one player they couldn't afford to lose.
Aaron Rodgers right now doesn't look 100% right.
Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles on the turf of MetLife Stadium, a surface players have long complained about. Today, the Players Association calls for all fields to be natural grass, saying grass is simply safer than artificial turf.
I'm not going to say I haven't sat and looked at the injury and stuff. I just know that the way my body feels after a game on turf and a game on grass, I physically can feel a difference.
I would much rather play on grass. I mean, it tears hard on the joints, hard on the knees, and like you see in situations like that, I would like to think on grass, maybe his foot doesn't get caught like it does and all that pressure doesn't go on, or maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
That kind of change is the last thing the Jets are worried about. Right now, they're making calls to veteran quarterbacks. Among those available, former MVP Matt Ryan and Super Bowl champion Nick Foles. Tom Brady? That's not happening, say those close to the retired legend. The Jets want a backup for Zach Wilson.
We've got a lot of faith in Zach. You just need to be yourself. Just trust that yourself is good enough. Zach is talented. Every player on this football team is talented, and they just have to work within the framework of who they are.
For now, the Jets are Zach's team again. For the future, the head coach hasn't even asked Aaron Rodgers about a return. But
I mean, I'd be shocked if this is the way he's going to go out.
Now, Tyler Conklin, the tight end, told me in the locker room when I asked him if he had talked to Aaron Rodgers, said he exchanged some text messages with the quarterback who was here briefly at the facility yesterday. But he added, what do you say? What do you say to a guy who was just lost for the season, tearing his Achilles tendon after roughly 90% of the talk coming into this season was about Aaron Rodgers? So going forward, the only thing the Jets can say right now is they're going to rally around Zach Wilson. They will try to figure out bringing in a backup quarterback, and they reassure themselves that they are still loaded with talent on this team. They feel they can be successful going forward. We're live in Florham Park. I'm John Chandler, News 4.
John, that entire stadium was speechless, so you're right. What do you say?